Arizona, and been having chats with people. The myth of overpopulation keeps popping up. And it's such a ridiculous argument, folks. I've done about, 5,400 miles now in the last couple months. Started up there just south of Lake Michigan, went over to Missouri, down to Louisiana, through Texas, went all around New Mexico, back into Texas, and then now I'm in Arizona. And first-hand knowledge, there is so much land out there. So much land. I can see how people living in the big cities might think that it's, there's overpopulation and it's too crowded and this and that, but I mean, folks, there is nothing but room all around. I mean, everywhere you look. When you get out of the big cities, there is room out here. And it just baffles my mind that they can brainwash people like that, thinking that we don't have enough room on this place and we need to start getting rid of people for some reason. And I mean, I'm in Arizona, it's, supposedly the desert, but there is green everywhere. There's life out here everywhere. There's water everywhere. Now, I haven't been to even Las Cruces, that only gets 2 inches of rain a year. There were still green all over the place. I still haven't hit the desert where it's nothing but sand. And there's still life out there. I'm heading towards that way right now. Can't wait to start seeing some big tall cacti and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty neat. Go pick up crystals right off the ground. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about all that. But this whole idea of overpopulation, they'll try to convince you, they try to gather everybody up into these big cities, these big metropolises, where everybody's falling over each other, living on top of each other, don't even have room to breathe almost. And then they start telling them, yeah, there's no room out there for you. We're overpopulated. We need to get rid of some of you. And people, they go along with it. Like, yeah, we need to get rid of some of these other people. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, well, I have to live there. That's where my job is. And the key word there is have to, folks. There's nothing in the laws of nature that say that you have to live in anywhere like that. There are 3 laws that you need to follow while being a human being. You need to have water. You need some type of sustenance. And you need to keep your body temperature within a certain range. Those are the 3 laws of being a human being. Alright? Everything else is not have to. That's a choice. You chose that job. You chose to live there. And you can choose not to, if you wish. But I can't stand when people say I have to. Because besides those 3 things, nobody has to do anything. And then you'll hear these eugenicists. Well, there's not enough food. We can't feed all these people. Did you know that probably here in the United States alone, we throw away enough food every year because it wasn't sold by its sell-by date. And that makes me mad. There shouldn't be a sell-by date. There should be a giveaway by date. There are people in this country that starve to death. Or die because of malnourishment. And it's not always, you know, some of it's by choice, really. But for the most part, I mean, there's children out there starving in this country. And that blows my mind. We're throwing away tons of food every day. Tons, folks. Enough to feed every life on this plane. But because it wasn't sold for the life credits that we all have to have, I mean, it's sad. It really is. But don't let anybody tell you that there's not enough room out there. Most of those people, they heard that. And a lot of them...
2 miles
well, thank you. Sorry about that. My Magellan GPS system giving me my directions. But, it's not crowded, folks. Unless you choose to be crowded. It's a choice. People aren't dying of starvation because there isn't enough food. They're dying of starvation because of greed. And I think it even goes way beyond greed. I think some people just, they're proud to be eugenicists. If you don't know what the word eugenicist means, they're trying to depopulate this place. Your eugenicists are like Ted Turner, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Charlie Rose, all these billionaires, and it's not a new term. Theodore Roosevelt, Adolf Hitler, Margaret Sanger. I mean, many very wealthy, influential people in our history were eugenicists. And most people don't know that. It's not a new term.
Right turn in.
It's the same reason
miles on Arizona.
why you'll have, you know, your Planned Parenthoods and things like that are in the ghettos and the lower income areas. They're trying
approaching right turn
to brainwash you into getting rid of yourselves. They make it so hard for good people to adopt. It really is not the way that it has to be. And I understand the frustrations, you know, what do we do about it? How can we change it? We can educate the children. That's how things change. You can educate your neighbors. You could educate people here on YouTube. We don't have to go along with all of this. We don't have, I don't know. Just been popping up in conversation more and more lately, and it dawned on me that people need to hear stuff like this. That there isn't, we're not overcrowded. You could take all kinds of people, and, you know, I think everybody could have an acre and fit in Australia, or something like that, or a quarter of an acre. Something crazy. And we only cover about 25% of the land as it is. Over 80% live near a coastal shoreline. I'm sure there's all kinds of room in Africa. There's all kinds of room in China. There's rural places in China. They have over 50 cities with over 1 million people. Here in the US it's like 8 or 9, something like that. So they're way more advanced at getting people all to live on top of each other and out of the countryside. But it's getting to be like that here more and more. The more I see it, yeah, the big cities are overcrowded. But you choose to live in those places, folks. Or you choose, if you're born there, then you choose to stay. And yeah, it's scary. It is scary leaving what you know and going out on your own, and it's not an easy step to take. It really isn't. But I'm coming into a city here, and I don't want to be making a video while there's some border patrol right here. I'll give a nice little wave. But yeah, it's a beautiful, wonderful, magical place out here. And there's all kinds of land, and there's all kinds of resources. And we don't have to live on top of each other. You don't have to. Okay? We make our choices. And we can change our minds. We can change our, we can make a new choice if you want. I know firsthand, I've done it. I'm not saying I'm going to live like this forever or anything like that. Okay, Bubba. He likes to have the window down when we slow down so he can stick his head out. There's the hangster pinkster. You say hi? Okay, good boy. But yeah, it's a beautiful world out there, folks. And we don't need them to tell us how to live. Because there's a lot more of us than there are of them. And we hold the keys. We really do. All we have to do is unite against a common enemy. And the world could change overnight like that. So that's it. I'm done ranting and rambling here. Thank y'all for listening. I really do appreciate all the support and everything that you all give. It helps keep me going. It really does. And I love you all. So I will see you in the next video. And get me some petrol here. This is Good Times for All signing out. As always, thanks for watching.